Hello, all you lovely people. We are back with some more Tears of the Fiend. Hooray! Last time we did stuff, Duplicate died. It was very sad. This time, we are waiting for Cleon to want to talk to us. Hooray! I don't know how many more conversations we have left with him. So I may cut out a bit of what's going on because I'll probably just be running around randomly doing stuff. But first I'm going to go and level up, because I've had that for a while. Yay, free bed. I can sleep for a little while. Wee, sleeping. I'm not getting interrupted by any crazy dreams for once. Hooray! It's probably the most sleep we've had since starting this quest. Alright, let's see. Intelligence. Endurance. And willpower. Or do I want to go for speed? Nah, I'll go for willpower for now. I can add more speed to myself later. With the life you've been living, the punishment your body has taken, there are limits. Maybe you've reached them. Is this what it's like to grow old? Sure. Come on, I hit the button. I know I have ascended to level 18. And it was awesome. There was a guy walking on the bed.
Hello there.
Alright then. So, here we go. With Cleon and Alicia. Are they following me? They are not following me. Okay. So, yeah, just the butcher. Waiting for Cleon to speak to us some more. Let's see. Summon on self. There they are. Call her. And call him. And alteration skill increases. They should be following me now.
Excuse me, fellow magician.
No.
How are you?
We wait. I don't remember how long the segments are between what he and I do. But I'll probably be cutting out a lot of what's going on in between or something. This is just me wasting time as usual. Oh, that mod that I did, that I was using for the wedding scene when I was doing the review for Castle Bedware, this is the chest where you find the dress that I was wearing. So, hooray!
Where does our
So if you happen to get it, that's where you find it. 3 brothers trinkets. Oh, Cleon, stop. Get over here, man. Where's he gone? There he is. Come back here.
Immortality throughout history is within our grasp, and yet you delay. What do you want?
Jelly Ranchers. What's bothering you? Throughout the pages of Tamriel's history, there have been many talented warlords whose armies swept destructively across the land. Yet during the time of my tenure as a general, I was the most proficient of the warlords. I was unstoppable. I was invincible. But have you ever wondered what it was that made me so masterful at warfare? Especially man, you could outthink your opponents. That's your strategy. I'll just say you could outthink them. Your assumption is correct, though I believe it goes a fair bit deeper than simply being able to outthink my opponents. I think I was more likely that I succeeded because I had the ability to put myself within the mind of my opponent. To think how he thought, and to feel what he was feeling. I don't know that feeling. It's kind of depressing. I could experience his emotions, his tensions, and his fears, and use that information to second-guess the strategy he was planning. Thus, I could counter any strategy he attempted to implement, and remain one step ahead of him at all times. Yet this skill had a drawback. What was it? One who faces the demons that haunts his opponents will ultimately suffer because of them. This is true. This is very true. Because when you stare into the face of evil, evil stares right back at you. We'll hear that later. Their hatred, their desires, their thirst for conquest and blood, all of it began to weigh heavily upon my soul. Where once I believed in the concepts of morals and honor, through what I saw in my opponents' minds I began to see the futility of such beliefs. I realized now that I was not always an evil creature, yet for every fiendish tyrant I fought, I found myself becoming more and more like them. Soon I sympathized with their dark beliefs, and by discarding my morals I became truly unbeatable. But to do it, I had to sell my soul to the demon inside. You sound like you regret doing so. Perhaps I do, or perhaps not. I'm not too sure. I don't exactly regret being so great a warlord, but I cannot help but wonder what I might have been had I not been blessed or perhaps cursed with this ability. We'll discuss it later. Hooray! Time for more waiting. Alright, what time is it? I think it takes like 5 to 10 minutes between each conversation. So where is Cleon anyway? Way back there somewhere. Whee! Let's go cliff diving! Oh, Cleon's stuck. Okay. Cliff diving will wait until after the conversation with Cleon. Come, Cleon! Hear my call! Hello.
Immortality throughout history is within our grasp, and yet you delay. What do you want?
Crystallite. What's bothering you? For every action that one performs, there are consequences that one will experience. This is true. Hence, for every action there needs to be an underlying purpose. The majority of the populace of Tamriel frowned upon what I did in Armandale. They labeled me a monster, a murderer, and eventually a butcher. But have you ever considered the purpose to my actions there? Prove yourself, want to provide for your wife, who you revel in slaughter. You were just doing your job. I mean, seriously. That's what you were ordered to do. That's what I will say. Because I don't want to encourage the thought that he reveled in slaughter. No, I'm afraid that is not the case, though I can see the justification with which you would make your answer. What was it then? To some extent, it was as you said. I wanted to prove myself by conquering the unconquerable. That's not really what I said. I wanted to return to my wife with the retirement benefits of a general. Ugh. I wanted to end my untarnished career with a victory of such magnitude that it would be remembered throughout the annals of history. At the same time, I reveled in the bloodbath that followed. But ultimately, the real truth behind my actions was that I did it because I was compelled to do it. The fall of Armandale would make me a legend of my name. I would be remembered throughout eternity. My own desires, which form the core of my being, propelled me towards the collision with the great city. It was like capturing an opponent's king in a game of chess. I saw it as the primary target to achieve my own goals. I would be immortalized to the pages of history. Yet that wasn't the case. No, it wasn't. Rather than a glorious death atop the walls of an opponent's fortress, I was slain by several masked assassins in an alleyway. My body was buried in secret, my name scourged from the history books, and in the end, I sold my soul for nothing because no one remembered me. Even now, I still seek some way for my legacy to live on. Show me your strategies! You would want me to train you in the art of warfare? Sure, why not? I don't know. We're gonna fight battles against Marin's Dagon in the future, I guess. To teach you how best to work your way into the mind of an opponent and how to drive your minions into battle? To what end? You would know my terrible secrets, yet that would hardly make my legacy live on throughout history. Eternity, whatever. Let's face it, you are hardly the sort of creature I would want associated with my strategies. Why should I train you? Because the challenge it presents, I'm not people. I've already immortalized myself. I can succeed where you failed. I haven't really immortalized myself yet, so, I don't know, because the challenge it presents? The challenge of training one such as yourself? Of taking an ordinary civilian with next to no military prowess and making him into a general? I have trained thousands of soldiers and turned them from cowardly children into hardy warriors. And you have hardly done anything to prove yourself to me thus far. No, I will not train you. I think I would find greater enjoyment in training my horse in the art of warfare. You don't even have a horse, Cleon. I haven't given you one. This conversation is a waste of my time. Let's get moving. Hooray for making Cleon angry with me. And also hooray for the tutoring office already freaking getting on my back, and I haven't even met with them yet. Saying, hey, you can tutor people. I'm just like, not really, you know. There's a chance that I could be working at this time most of these days, so... Alright. You.
Immortality throughout history is within our grasp, and yet you delay. What do you want?
Thunderstorms. Oh, what's bothering you? Okay, what's bothering you? There is something that I have been meaning to confess to you for some time now. I want to explain an analogy that I referenced earlier. No doubt by now you have heard of me talk of the demon inside, the malevolent beast that only emerges when I am drawn into battle. You also had the unfortunate experience to meet the creature in the abyss of the faithless when you saved me from the hordes of undead. Yet, do you have any true idea of what exactly the demon inside stands for? All of your primitive emotions. That is it exactly. I like to think of it as a representation of all my primitive emotions, the animalistic instincts that bequeath morals. The animal does not harbor morals and concepts of benevolence. The animal fights mindlessly to survive, and for its own advancement, nothing more. Though by definition many of the emotions associated with the demon inside are beyond that which an animal is capable of experiencing, I still think of them as being too primitive to attribute in any way to a truly sentient creature. Hence the demon inside is a mindless beast. What emotions were they? At the beast's core, anger, hatred, revenge, desire, all of which spring forth the moment the blood starts to fall. To most people they are emotions that come and go and can generally be controlled through concentration and integrity. But to me, well, many people have a beast of some sort riding their backs. A beast that springs forth from time to time to reap all kinds of chaos. In my case, however, I am the sole remaining threads of an imperial that rides the beast's back, leaping forth occasionally to reap acts of humanity. I am its slave. I go where it leads, and I can only drive it to some small extent. For the most part, it controls my every action. Thus, I became the beast. Well, shame on you. You became the demon inside. No, I am the demon that lurks inside. I become Cleon the Butcher from time to time, Brief moments of sanity amidst a haze of bloodlust and fury. The sane moments have become progressively fewer and fewer, and no longer do I have any control whatsoever when the fighting begins. Slowly but surely, the beast is consuming me, pushing me aside as its malevolence becomes the core of my very being. It is just a matter of time before, well, perhaps you might want to keep an eye over your shoulder whenever the fighting starts. Just remember this, my friend. Should I finally lose my battle with the demon inside, cut me down where I stand before I can do the same to you. That is all I wanted to say for now. We will talk soon enough, I am sure of it. I didn't even notice he wanted to talk. Interesting. I don't think it told me. I would like to get this completed before I have to go tutor a person. But oh well. We'll see. Cleon wants to talk. Now of all times? Alright, let's just get this done with. Interesting place to have a random conversation, but, you know, stuff happens.
Immortality throughout history
Cleon, here's my
within
call.
our grasp, and yet
Get over
you
here,
delay.
man.
What do you want?
Seasoned salt. What's bothering you? I have a request of you, if you are of a mind to grant me a favor. Of course. I would like for the two of us to return to my grave beneath Castle Anvil. I would like to have some words with you there. Hooray! Now we can continue with the quest later. And only there will suffice. No, I will not answer your questions now. Only when we are standing in my tomb will I speak to you of my intentions. Alright, we will do that later.